So good morning everyone. So this is Swaminathan from Department of Computer Science and Engineering, St.Joseph College of Engineering. So today we will discuss about overview of machine learning concept. So first of all, what is meant by machine learning? So machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that enables computer to learn patterns from data and make decisions without being explicitly programmed. So simply we have to tell machine learns from the experience, that is the data, and it improves performance over time. So first of all, so in this introduction to machine learning, so we have to collect the data from various sources. So here is the given data. So next one, training the machine, and after that we have to build a model. Finally we get the desired predicting outcome. So there are different types of machine learning. First one is supervised learning, and another one is unsupervised learning, and the third one is reinforcement learning. So what is meant by supervised learning? Let's discuss here. So supervised learning means it is the model is trained using the labeled data. So what is meant by labeled data? So here in this diagram we have given the input raw data. So these are all the labeled data. So labeled data means input plus correct output. So the main goal of this supervised learning is to predict output for a new data. For example, so we have various example, predict house prices based on the area, location, like that. So next one, email spam detection. So here is the algorithms are given. So first one is linear algorithm, logistic regression, decision tree, KNN algorithm. So in this diagram we have to give the collected the various input as a raw data. So after that we have to use any algorithm based on our requirement. So after processing we get the desired output like a labeled data. So this is the supervised machine learning. So next one is unsupervised learning. So what is meant by unsupervised learning? It uses the unlabeled data. It finds hidden patterns or structure. For example, customer segmentation or market based analysis. So in this unsupervised machine learning we have various algorithms. K means clustering, hierarchical clustering, PCA. So in this diagram, so we have given the input as a raw data. So there is no any unlabeled data. So after that in this process, so we have to use the interpretation algorithm processing. After that we have to get the desired data. So in this unknown output is there and no training data set is there. So next one, reinforcement machine learning. So in this model, the model learns through the trial and error. It uses rewards and penalties. For example, game playing. So for example, game playing means chess or any AI agents. So next one, key components of machine learning. So what are the various key components in machine learning? So first one is data set. What is meant by data set? So data set is nothing but the collection of data, collection of sampled data collected together in the form of data set. So here it is the collection of data used for training and testing. So here the two main thing is very important. One is training and another one is testing. So training is nothing but, so we have to train the model based on the requirement. So after model done, so we have to evaluate the testing process, that is the testing. So here next one is features. So what is meant by features? Features is nothing but the input variables. So in these features we have various things, that is dependent variable or independent variable. For example, age, salary. So these are all the independent variable. So next one is target. Target is the output variable. So what we want to predict, that is the target value or target output. So next one is model. Model is nothing but the mathematical function that maps input or output. So that is the model. So normally model means nothing but we have to train a model based on our requirement. So next one is training. So training is the process of learning patterns from data. So we have to collect data from the various sources, and after that we have to process of learning the pattern through the training process. So next one is testing. Testing is nothing but it is the evaluating model performance on unseen data. So here 70 to 80% we have to do the training process, and after that 20 to 30% we have to do the testing phases. So these are the very important things in the machine learning. So here in this diagram the same thing I have gave. So features, training data, labels and targets, model parameters, and evaluation metrics. So next one is machine learning workflow. So what is the workflow of the machine learning? Okay, so first one is data collection. So already we discussed about the data collection, right? Data collection is nothing but the collection of data, sample data from the various sources. So we have to get the data from online or traditional way or any digital way. So after data collections we have to do the data processing. The data processing is the very important thing in the machine learning workflow. So first one is cleaning. So in this cleaning method we have to clean the unstructured data into the structured data. So after that we have to handling the missing values. What is meant by handling the missing values? Suppose if we collected any data, means in that time some of the parameters are missed. Okay, that is the handling missing data. What is the representation of handling missing data? That is the NaN. That is not a number, or NA. NA means not available. So next one is normalization. So what is mean by normalization? So normalization is nothing but the standardized form or normalized form of the unstructured data. So after that we have to do the feature selection, model selection, training the model, model evaluation, prediction and deployment. So these things are already discussed about in this video. So next we will move to types of problems in machine learning. So in this machine learning we have two things. One is classification and another one is regression. So what is meant by classification? Classification is nothing but it is used to output is categorical. Here the output is the categorical. For example, spam or not a spam. So next one is regression. Regression is nothing but it is the output is continuous. So for example, predict temperature. So these are all the classifications and regression. So next one is clustering. In this clustering, it is the group of similar data points. That is the cluster. For example, customer groups is one of the example of clustering. So in this diagram we will discuss about regression and classification. So here there are various data points are there. That straight line is the regression one, and that unstraight line is the classification here. So it is the continuous prediction, it is the distinct class label. So next important concept in machine learning. There are two important concepts in machine learning. One is overfitting and another one is underfitting. So what is meant by overfitting? So model learns too much detail. That is the overfitting. It performs well on the training data, but it is poor on the test data. So next one is underfitting. So model is too simple and it cannot capture the pattern. So that is the underfitting. Either overfitting or underfitting, both are not good for the machine learning things. So next one is bias versus variance. So what is meant by bias? So bias is nothing but the error due to simplicity. So variance is nothing but the error due to complexity. So these are all the bias versus variance. So in this diagram we will discuss about the overfitting and underfitting. What is meant by overfitting? The model learns too much detail. Underfitting means the model is too simple. So that's it from this side. So next topic is model construction using regression and classification model. So first of all, what is meant by model construction? So it is the process of building a machine learning model using historical data so that it can predict future outcomes or classify unknown data. So normally we have two common supervised learning techniques used in model construction. One is regression model and another one is classification model. So first of all, what is meant by regression model? Regression model is nothing but used for predicting continuous numerical values. So next one is classification model. Classification model is used for predicting categories or classes. So first one, what is model construction? So it means designing, training, testing and validating a model using data. So what is mean by designing? Designing already know, right? So first we have to design the model construction. So after that we have to get the do the training, and after that we have to testing the overall model performance, and finally we have to validate a model using data. So here we will discuss about steps in model construction. First we collect all data. After that we have to pre-process the data. Next, split into training and testing set. Training set already I discussed. We will discuss about 70 to 80% is training set, and after that 20 to 30% is testing set, right? So next one is choose algorithm. So here after training and testing phases done, we have to choose the algorithm, which algorithm we want to use in this model to perform the performance. So after that we have to train the model, then evaluate performance and improve and deploy model. So these are all comes under the model construction. So next one is regression model. So what is mean by regression model? So regression already we discussed, right? Regression is used when the output variable is continuous. So that is the numerical. For example, predict house prices, predict salary, predict temperature and predict sales revenue. So let us consider predict house price. So what is meant by predict house price means it is nothing but predict house price is based on the location and square feet. Based on location and square feet. Suppose if our flat or house is in Adair, means that house price is differ, right? So suppose if it is in Soringanallur, means that is price differ based on the location and square feet. So next one is, next we will discuss about common regression model. So what is mean by common regression model? So in this common regression model, so we have to discuss about linear regression. So already everyone know, right, what is linear? Linear is nothing but the sequential way, right? So it depends upon the it finds a relationship between dependent and independent variable. So what is mean by dependent and independent variable? So dependent variable is nothing but the input variable, and independent variable is nothing but the predicted output. So here we have to find out the distance relationship between the dependent and the independent variable. So y equal to a plus bx. Here y is the predicted output, x is the input variable. So we need to find two more things. One is intercept and another one is slope. So here a equal to intercept and b equal to slope. So let us consider this example. So predict house price based on the area. So already we discussed, right? So here they mentioned area is under the square feet, and after that price. So here the area 1000 square feet cost is 20 lakh, 1500 cost is 30 lakh, and 2000 square feet is 40 lakhs. So based on the square feet or based on the area, the price will vary. So next one is multiple linear regression. So in this we have to use the when multiple inputs affect output. For example, y equal to, it is the general equation, y equal to a plus b1 x1 plus b2 x2 and so on bn xn. So here we will discuss the example. So example is salary predicting using experience, education, skill. So what is meant by salary prediction using experience, education, skill? So based on our experience and education and any advanced skill, that salary will differ. Suppose if you join a company, the fresher salary will be 50,000, means after 1 year or 2 year you have to upskill your skills. So based on that they will do the appraisal. So after that you have getting the various salary, that is the increment salary, right? So based on the salary prediction using experience, education, skills, the salary will be differ. So next one, steps in constructing regression model. So first one is collecting numerical data. So what is meant by numerical data? Numerical data is nothing but the representation of numbers, right? So next one is handle missing values. So already we discussed about the missing values. Missing value is representation of missing value is NaN or Na. So next one is select features. After that we have to split the data set into the two things. One is training and another one is testing, right? So after that, so we have to train the regression algorithm based on this evaluation and all. After that we have to choose the best algorithm. So next we have to predict the output. Finally we have to measure the accuracy. So in this thing, the measuring accuracy is nothing but based on the algorithm we have get the some accuracy, right? Suppose if we are using some algorithm, the accuracy will be 90%. So sometimes we have to use the another algorithm, the accuracy level will be 95%. So based on the algorithm, our accuracy level will be vary. So next one is evaluation metrics for regression, right? So we have various evaluation metrics for regression. So first one is mean absolute error. So next one is mean squared error. So next one is root mean squared error. Finally R2 square. So what is mean by mean absolute error? So we already discussed about error, right? Error is nothing but the bias and variance. So bias is nothing but the error due to simplicity. Variance is nothing but error due to the complexity. So based on this error, we have to measure these evaluation metrics MAE, MSE, RMSE and R squared error. So we have to find out the R squared value here. So R squared equal to 1 minus SS total slash SS resolution. So here the higher R2 means better model, lower R2 means poor model. So next one is classification model. So in this classification model, classification is used when output belongs to a categories or classes. For example, spam or not a spam, either pass or fail, disease or no disease, fraud or genuine transaction. So it is the classification model. So next, common classification model. What are all the common classification models available in machine learning? So first one is logistic regression. So logistic regression is used for binary classification. So here the general equation is there. P of y equal to 1 divided by 1 plus e power minus z. So here we have to find out the P of y equal to 1. So what is mean by y equal to 1? That is the predicted value. So example, predict whether the customer buys the product or not. So next one is decision tree. So decision tree is used to tree like rules. For example, suppose your age greater than 18 means you are eligible for vote, otherwise you are not eligible for vote. That is the decision tree. So next one is KNN algorithm. So KNN algorithm is used for classify based on the nearest neighbor. For example, if most nearby fruits are apple, new fruit is classified as apple. So next one is Navy Bayes. So Navy Bayes algorithm is used for, it uses the probability for classification. Sometimes it is used in a spam filtering and text classification. So next one is support vector machine. So it is very important one in the machine learning algorithm. Support vector machine is used to find the best boundary separating classes. So next one, steps in constructing classification model. So first one is collected labeled data, clean data, encode categorical values, split into train or test, train classifier, predict classes and evaluation performance. So collect labeled data means we have to collect the labeled data. After collecting the labeled data, we have to do the cleaning process, that is the clean data. So in this cleaning data, so we have various methods or techniques are available. So based on the techniques, we have to clean the data, so that we have to use it in the input for the model. So next one is encode categorical values. So encode categorical values means we have to encoding the categorical values, and the next one is split into train or test. So already we discussed, right? So based on the given data or collected data, so we have to split into two things. One is train data, training data, and another one is test data. So next one, train classifiers. So train classifiers is nothing but the training the classifiers based on the requirement. So next one is predict classes. So predict classes means we have to predict the classification of the particular model. So finally we have to do the evaluate performance. So what is meant by evaluate performance? So evaluate performance is one of the evaluating the model whether it is properly trained or not. So in this slide, so we have metric is there and that meaning is there, right? So accuracy level means that is accuracy is one of the metric. So what is the meaning for the accuracy? That is the correct prediction. So next one is precision. Precision is one of the metric, and the meaning for this precision, so correct positive prediction. Suppose if you get the negative prediction means or negative value means, we don't take it that, right? So next one is recall. So recall is the actual positive found. Actual positive is nothing but the recall. So F1 score is the balance of precision and recall. So next one is confusion matrix. Confusion matrix is used to detailed result for the particular table. So here we will discuss about some basic example. So here I mentioned the actual and the predicted value. Based on this actual and the predicted value, we have to use this yes or no. That is the true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. So next one we will discuss about difference between regression and classification. So already we discussed about regression is the continuous value, classification is the categorical or classes value, right? So based on this we have to discuss about the some example. So in this example, regression is price prediction, classification is spam detection. So algorithm in this regression we have to use any regression algorithm like linear regression or logistic regression. In same way we have to use the classification. We have various algorithm, logistic algorithm, decision tree algorithm, KNN algorithm. So what are the matrices used for the regression and classification? So in this regression we have to use the RMSE or R squared. RMSE is nothing but the root mean square evaluation, and R2 is the one of the metrics. The same way we have to use the in classification accuracy and F1 model or F1 recall. So these are all the real life applications. So in this regression model we have stock price prediction, weather forecasting, demand forecasting, salary prediction. Stock price prediction means based on the market or based on the demand, the stock prices will be vary, right? So same thing, the weather forecasting also same, right? So based on the weather situation or weather, changes, we have get the forecasting, right? Forecasting means nothing but we have to predict the future. So same thing for demand forecasting, salary prediction. So based on the experience or any upskilling, the salary will be changes, right? So next one is classification. So some of the real life applications in classification is email spam detection, face recognition, medical diagnosis, and fraud detection. So here we have using some algorithm and example for Python, right? Some examples in a Python language. So in this regression, we have to use the from sklearn.linear. sklearn is nothing but the scientific kit-learn dot linear model. So here we have to use the linear model, and after that we have to import the linear regression. The same thing for classification. In this classification, we have to use the from sklearn.tree import decision tree classifier, right? So sklearn is nothing but the scientific kit-learn. Okay. So next one, here advantages are there. So it is the easy to, in regression, the advantages is easy to interrupt, good for trendy prediction. The same way in classification, it is useful for decision making. It works on a categorical data. So finally, we have to conclude this session. So model construction is using regression and classification models is a essential process in the machine learning. And in the same way, regression predicts the numerical values, while classification predicts the categorical value. So next one is proper data processing, training and evaluation help you to build the accurate model for real world application. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you learned a lot of things in the machine learning. So we will discuss the next session. Thank you.